In 3 days, Princess Leonor's Denmark arrival will stun the world. In just 3 days, Princess Leonor will land in Denmark, and with her arrival, history may be rewritten. The Spanish palace has confirmed the visit, but very few details have been released, fueling intense speculation across Europe. What will she do? Who will she meet? And why does this trip feel so different from any she has taken before? From Madrid to Copenhagen, preparations are underway. Danish officials have been seen quietly coordinating with Spanish diplomats, ensuring every detail is perfect. Yet behind the scenes, there's a sense that this is no routine royal visit. This is the heir to Spain's throne stepping into a kingdom with its own powerful traditions and its own young royals. The symbolism is impossible to ignore. To understand why this visit is capturing so much attention, we need to step back. Princess Leonor, daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, has spent her life being prepared for leadership. She has trained in Spain's military academies, spoken at international forums, and carefully built a public image of duty and poise. But Denmark presents a unique stage. It is not just another European monarchy, it is home to Crown Prince Frederik and Crown Princess Mary, and their children, one of whom, Prince Christian, has long been a subject of speculation when it comes to Leonor's future alliances. This is our first curiosity loop. Will this visit cement a personal bond between Spain and Denmark's next generation of monarchs? For years, tabloids have hinted at a warm friendship between Leonor and Christian. Could this trip mark the moment that friendship steps into the public eye? Or will it be strictly diplomatic, keeping the world guessing? Inside Spain, the visit is already being framed as a milestone. Commentators note that Leonor is traveling as a representative of the future, not just as the king's daughter. Her speeches, her attire, and even her gestures will be parsed for meaning. In Denmark, anticipation is equally high. Newspapers run headlines speculating on what she will say, what she will wear, and whether there will be joint appearances with Christian. The narrative accelerates as we imagine the first moments. The royal plane touches down at Copenhagen Airport. Cameras flash. Crowds gather. In that instant, Leonor becomes not just a Spanish princess but a symbol of European unity and youth. Will she deliver a statement on arrival? Will she greet the Danish public in their language? These small choices will resonate far beyond the tarmac. Now we slow to explore the deeper stakes. Spain and Denmark, while friendly, have distinct royal cultures. Spain's monarchy has weathered scandals and constitutional debates. Denmark's monarchy has enjoyed relative stability but faces its own challenges in connecting with a modern population. Leonor's presence in Denmark signals an openness to collaboration, and perhaps a glimpse of how the next generation of royals might work together to remain relevant. The second curiosity loop: what private meetings are planned? Insiders whisper of a closed-door dinner at Amalienborg Palace, attended by only a handful of family members. Could this be where personal ties are strengthened? Or perhaps a strategy session for the future of European monarchies? The secrecy only fuels fascination. We return to Leonor herself. At just 19, she has carried expectations that would overwhelm many adults. Her upcoming visit showcases her ability to navigate international stages with grace. Yet behind the public smiles there may be nerves, a young woman aware that every word and gesture could be interpreted as a signal of future alliances or policy directions. As the visit approaches, Spanish and Danish citizens alike engage in spirited debates. Will Leonor's arrival boost support for the monarchy among younger people? Could it lead to joint initiatives on education, environment, or cultural exchange? Each answer leads to another question, keeping the public invested in the unfolding story. Our third curiosity loop: the ceremonial events. Will there be a state banquet? A joint public engagement with youth organizations? A military honor guard? Each scenario carries its own symbolism. A state banquet would echo tradition and formality. A youth-centered event would signal a shift toward modernization and shared values. Which path will Leonor choose, or will she blend both? We slow again to examine the emotional undercurrents. For Leonor, Denmark is not just another stop on an itinerary. It is a chance to step out from her parents' shadow and show the world who she is becoming as a leader. For her parents, it is a moment of pride but also of letting go, watching their daughter take on international responsibilities with increasing independence. The fourth curiosity loop: the global media response. Major outlets in Britain, the US, and across Europe are preparing special coverage. Social media will explode with images and commentary. Every handshake, every smile, every word in Danish or Spanish will be analyzed. Could this visit make Leonor a truly global figure, elevating her beyond Spain's borders? As day one in Denmark unfolds, the schedule reveals itself piece by piece. Leonor visits a historic site, lays a wreath, meets with Danish youth leaders. Her speeches emphasize unity, shared heritage, and the challenges facing Europe's young generation. In those words, listeners hear more than platitudes, they hear a princess positioning herself as a bridge between tradition and modernity. The narrative picks up pace with the evening's event. A glittering reception at Amalienborg. Cameras catch Leonor entering alongside Denmark's royals. She wears a gown with subtle nods to both Spanish and Danish design. Analysts note every detail: the color, the jewelry, the seating arrangement. Could these details hint at future partnerships or personal ties? We slow once more, drawing listeners into the intimate scene. Behind the closed doors of the reception, laughter and conversation flow. For the first time, Leonor and Christian appear together in an unguarded moment. Are we witnessing the early stages of a partnership that could unite two royal houses, or simply a warm friendship on display? The ambiguity keeps the audience leaning in. As the visit progresses, Leonor tours Danish institutions, speaks about shared challenges like climate change and youth unemployment, and meets students at a Copenhagen university. These engagements show her not just as a ceremonial figure but as someone deeply interested in issues affecting her generation. The fifth curiosity loop resolves: what does this visit mean for the future? Rather than a mere diplomatic trip, Leonor's Denmark arrival could be a blueprint for how she intends to reign: engaged, international, and relatable. By stepping into Denmark with openness and confidence, she signals that her generation of royals will not be content with tradition alone, they will actively shape their role in the modern world. The narrative slows to its emotional core. For Spaniards watching from home, this is a moment of collective pride. For Danes, it is a chance to welcome a future queen of another nation. For the world, it is a glimpse of royalty evolving before our eyes. In the final days of the visit, as Leonor departs Copenhagen, the images left behind tell a story. Crowds waving, young people inspired, headlines reading, "A new era of royals begins." She boards her plane not as the girl who arrived but as a young leader whose presence stunned the world. And so, in 3 days, Princess Leonor's Denmark arrival will stun the world, is not just a prediction. It is the unfolding of a living story, a young woman stepping onto a global stage, carrying the weight of history and the promise of change. As the countdown ticks down, all eyes turn to Copenhagen. What will she say? What will she do? In 3 days, the answers will come, and the world may never see Princess Leonor the same way again.